Hey everyone, so today I want to talk about the 2009 film Coraline. Now Coraline is based on the book by Neil Gaiman. And Coraline and her family move to a new home where Coraline discovers a little door. And this little door leads to a parallel universe of her house. And at first things seem really great for Coraline, much more interesting than her ordinary boring life at home, but suddenly things start to take a really kind of disturbing twist. Now, I love any film that deals with an alternative world, and this kind of started out like my childhood fantasy of wanting to find tunnels running through the walls. Needless to say, I never found any of those tunnels, but Coraline has. The plot I found developed at a really fantastic pace. It's quite heart-racing in a lot of moments, and there's a lot of wondrous aspects going on there, and it's full of surprises, so you're completely hooked from start to finish. Now, it is directed by Henry Selick, and I have to say that a lot of people do think that this was directed by Tim Burton. Same with The Nightmare Before Christmas, which was also directed by Henry Selick. Certainly there are kind of aspects of Tim Burton in there, so any Tim Burton fan is going to like this, but Selick's directing is just beautiful. It is a very gorgeous animation and wonderful to watch. There are a lot of really kind of heart-racing moments where you're sucked right into it and you actually feel part of it, and you kind of forget you're watching an animation because it's so surreal that it seems real. So there are some aspects similar to Tim Burton's, but when you're watching it, if you're an avid Tim Burton fan, or at least of his animations, you will realise slight differences, and I think the differences in this is what really makes it stand out. There's a wonderful voiceover cast for this as well. Dakota voices Coraline, and Coraline is such a likeable, relatable character. I think she's great. French and Saunders voice Mrs. Spink and Mrs. Forcible. Those characters were a little bit hit and miss with me. Sometimes I liked them, sometimes I didn't. But French and Saunders, generally speaking, I do love. Keith David voiced the cat. I will say right now that the cat in this is one of my all-time favourite film characters ever. Not just from an animation, not just from a Henry Selick film, or even bringing in Tim Burton's characters here. All of my favourite characters, the cat is at very close to the top of the list. The cat is absolutely gorgeous. Coraline is a fun film, it's a quirky film, it is very exciting, it is an absolute thrill to watch. I completely recommend it to everybody. Please feel free to let me know what you think in the comments and through video responses, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!